Queen Latifah's name was never supposed to be the headline that night. Not at the 2026 Bet Awards. Not on a red carpet packed with cameras, celebrities and flashing lights. And definitely not because of one moment that lasted less than 10 seconds. At first it looked like nothing. Just another crowded celebrity entrance. Another chaotic red carpet. But then viewers noticed something strange. Why did Queen Latifah suddenly stop walking? Why did her smile disappear the second Meghan Markle stepped into frame? And why, seconds later, did people online start replaying the footage over and over, zooming in, slowing it down, trying to figure out what was really said? Because according to lip readers, 2 words changed everything. Step aside. But was that really directed at Meghan? Or was something much bigger happening behind the scenes? By the time the Bet Awards officially began, the red carpet drama had already stolen the show. And what people uncovered afterward made the moment even harder to ignore. It started with confusion. This year's Bet Awards were supposed to be about celebration. Big performances, big reunions, big surprises. But there was one name on the guest list that immediately caused debate. Meghan Markle. Her appearance wasn't announced ahead of time. That alone raised eyebrows. For weeks, rumors had been swirling about Meghan trying to rebuild her public image in Hollywood after months of brutal headlines and growing criticism over her latest media projects. Some saw the Bet Awards as the perfect reset. A chance to reconnect. A chance to be seen. A chance to remind people she still had influence. But others weren't convinced. And when she arrived, something felt off. The cameras caught it instantly. Meghan stepped onto the carpet wearing a sleek silver gown, smiling, waving, posing like she belonged there. But the crowd reaction. Not what many expected. There were cheers. But mixed in with them, noticeably, were boos. Not loud enough to dominate. But loud enough to be heard. And Meghan heard them. Her expression changed for just a split second. She recovered quickly. But that tiny crack in the smile didn't go unnoticed. Then came the moment no one could stop talking about. Across the carpet, Queen Latifah was making her entrance. Confident, calm, in control. The cameras shifted. Fans screamed. Reporters crowded closer. And just as she reached the photo line, Meghan moved in. Not aggressively. Not obviously. But close enough that photographers immediately started shouting both names. For a moment, it looked like they might pose together. That's when everything changed. Queen Latifah turned. Looked directly toward Meghan. Paused. And then shook her head. No smile. No hug. No acknowledgement. Just a hand motion. A subtle one. But unmistakable. Move. Step aside. The photographers froze. Meghan froze. Even the reporters seemed confused. Because this wasn't normal. In Hollywood, even when stars don't know each other, they usually play along. Quick smile. Quick pose. Move on. But this felt deliberate. And the internet exploded. Within minutes, clips flooded social media. Some people defended Queen Latifah, saying she was simply following the photographer lineup. Others believed it was personal. And that's where the story took a turn no one expected. Because insiders started whispering something unusual. Apparently, this wasn't the first awkward encounter between them. According to entertainment insiders, Meghan had been quietly trying to connect with major black Hollywood figures for months. Private invitations. Industry dinners. Award show networking. Some accepted. Some didn't. And Queen Latifah. Sources claimed she had kept her distance. Why, that's where the speculation got intense. Some say Queen Latifah has always been protective of authenticity. Protective of culture. protective of spaces built by and for black excellence. And to some critics, Meghan's sudden presence at events like Bet felt strategic, not organic. That criticism has followed her for years. But this is where the story gets deeper. Because midway through the night, another clip surfaced. And it changed how people viewed the whole thing. Backstage footage. Unreleased at first. Until someone leaked it. In that clip, Meghan is seen speaking to an event coordinator. Visibly frustrated. Pointing toward the carpet. Talking fast. And then walking away. No smile. No wave. Nothing. That clip sent everything into overdrive. Was she upset over the Queen Latifah moment? Was she expecting a bigger welcome? Or was there another issue nobody knew about? By now, commentators were dividing into camps. One side said Meghan was being humiliated publicly. The other argued she walked into a space that wasn't ready to embrace her. And Queen Latifah's silence. That became the loudest part. Because she never addressed it. Not online. Not backstage. Nothing. And sometimes silence says more than words ever could. But then came the final twist. Hours after the show ended, one celebrity journalist posted that Queen Latifah had allegedly refused all unplanned joint photo ops. That night, not just Meghan. That changed the narrative. Suddenly the story wasn't so clear. Was this targeted? Or was the internet creating a feud from thin air? That's the part nobody can fully prove. But here what remains undeniable. In an industry where image is everything, one refused photo can say 1,000 things. Especially when the cameras never stop rolling. And maybe the bigger question isn't whether Queen Latifah rejected Meghan. Maybe it's why the world was so ready to believe she did. Because sometimes, the most revealing part of a moment isn't what happened. It's what people were already expecting to see.